Good afternoon. I'd like to call the Public Utilities Commission meeting to order for the month of June 2023. The first item up is our consent agenda. Can I get a motion on that?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Any further discussion? Any opposed? If not, motion carries. The second item is our annual financial report for fiscal year end December 31st, 2023. Nicole.
Yeah, Commissioners, there was a presentation on this. Abdo came last week and presented the results of the financials. Basically, it comes down to we received an unmodified opinion, so that was good. To what we wanted. Other than that, there weren't any other material adjustments or anything that needed to be made. So, unless you have other questions, that's all I really have to say about it.
Good.
So I'll make the motion to receive the annual financial report for the fiscal year ended December 31st, 2022 for the New Ulm Public Utilities Commission.
Second.
Any further discussion? Opposed? Motion carries. Next up is the presentation on annual natural gas leak survey. And that is Dave.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thought we would keep you informed on annual leak review. It's a short presentation on what we do and some background on how these things came about. Natural gas directly from the wellhead is odorless and colorless. In 1937, the school in New London, Texas exploded. The cause was undetected natural gas. This brought about legislation that requires natural gas to be odorized and that leak detection be done on a regular basis. Natural gas becomes flammable or even explosive when the concentration reaches approximately 5 to 15%. This means that any concentration of less or more isn't flammable and will not support combustion. We had odorize our gas at the Hutchinson Interconnect with the YZ brand odorizer. The interconnect's located on the KC Road along the Minnesota River. Natural gas enters the station at approximately 1,000 psi, and then it's reduced to 275 psi when the odorant's added. The picture on the left is the odorizer itself, showing the pump, which is the small item right there. The odorant is added. These are the regulators that reduce the pressure. The odorant is added right here through a sight glass. So it's delivered, we deliver 3/4 pound of mercaptan to every 1,000,000 cubic feet of gas that comes into our system. It's checked every day for proper operation, both physically by looking at the sight glass where the mercaptan drops into the pipe, and it's on our SCADA system. Every month we check that a 1% concentration of gas is detectable throughout our system. We send a crew out and they check for the gas concentration. That's well below the 5% where it becomes explosive. If you have any questions during this, just feel free to ask. PHMSA regulates our pipeline. It's Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration. The minimum requirements is what they set. 191 covers the reports for safety reports, annual reports, incident reports. 192 covers the transportation of natural and other gas by pipeline. The business districts are required to have a leak survey done every year. We do the leak survey twice a year. We do it in spring after the frost is out, and we do it again in fall before the cold weather sets in. Do this so that the gas, we could repair any leaks that we might find. Outside the business district, we need to do that once every 5 years. We do it once every 3 years, where we also inspect the meters and inside building regulators. We have a few inside meters yet, so we have to do those every year. The gas mains are surveyed every year. Leaks are often called in by the public when they smell gas. This leak was called in March of 2018 by a person walking down the alley. The frost lifted up the service tee. You can see the small crack in the line. And that's what caused luckily it didn't spread out far. It didn't even reach the garages, but, so we want to make sure that people are turning those in when they find them. Odorant can be filtered out by the soil as it moves through the ground. So what we do is we print our maps every year and the areas of town that we're going to be doing, and we have to color code those maps so that MinOps can see when we did the leak detection. The green dots by the houses indicate that there's no work to be done. A red dot indicates that we need to go back and either paint or repair a leak. We'll repair them immediately if it's severe enough. The handheld detectors, they walk up the lot lines and detect the service lines. And then the rangers use to do our alleys and roadways where they can reach. Southern Cross is the brand we use. We switched over from, well, it doesn't matter. We like this one better. It's a quick startup time, and it's been working out really well for the guys. And the Ranger is equipped with a Sensit VMD. Now we can travel at speeds up to 25 miles an hour rather than with the old detection system, we traveled at 3 to 5. You know, we can't always travel at that speed to be safe, but it does make makes us a lot more efficient. So it's money well spent, and I guess that's the other point I wanted to make in the presentation. When you approve some of our improvements, it costs money, but it also makes us more efficient. So I just wanted to bring that into this also. This year we did find 3 leaks on our survey, which is unusual. You can see the leaks were found like on this, where this inserts into that. This is just a typical gas main service installation. So what happened is we were doing the leak survey and the machine went off. We dug it up and found that where this Permacert and the plastic pipe meet, there's a small score in the plastic pipe. So we had to dig them up and replace them. And they were all done at different years, so 93, 99, and 2017. So it's not a manufacturing thing. It's just one of those things where they haven't been found, and by the better equipment, we found them. So other signs to look for is sound, bubbles, hard soil, spot where your grass isn't growing, and call us and we will come and check them out. If you do suspect a gas leak, stop what you're doing, go to a safe area, call 911, and we will be there to check it out as soon as we can. Don't cause any sparks. Even static electricity can ignite gas. And even with all the precautions that we take, things still happen. This was Minnehaha Academy back in 2017. The people that were removing the meter, they were moving it outside. There was a miscommunication on what was live or not. And they took the meter out and there was live gas. So everything that happens along the way creates new rules. So there's jurisdictional areas now. Make sure you call 811 before you dig. It's the law. Call 48 hours. And a lot of people say, I'm pounding in a stake to hold up my tomato plant. Do I have to call 911? Well, it all depends. If there's no gas line in the area, the call is free. We recommend that you call it anytime you're digging in your yard. I mean, it's preventable, but it happens. So, yeah, if you're going to be digging or pounding in a post, call 811 and get a ticket. You have to wait 48 hours after you call in the ticket, but it's worth it. And this is the gas department, and that's the end of my report.
So Dave, what's our typical depth that you would bury a gas line for a typical home?
The house services are in at least 18 inches.
Okay.
But over time, when somebody does some landscaping, or there's a washout, or, you know, things happen, maybe the plow hit a little rise, so it's hard ground. So it can vary, but we go at least 18 inches.
Okay.
Will our household carbon monoxide detectors go off if there's a gas?
No.
They won't sense
No.
that? Huh?
Nope, you need the natural gas detector. You can get the combinations, but yeah, you do need a specific meter to pick up natural gas.
Is that heavier than air or lighter than?
Later, yeah, it will rise to the
Rises
ceiling.
up
Yep.
from the basement up?
Propane sinks, natural gas rises.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll need a special detector, which they do make.
Okay.
You always got this.
Yeah. Ever since COVID, I can't smell.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Can I get a motion?
I'll offer the motion to receive and order file the presentation of natural gas leak detection surveys, including biannual business district surveys and surveys of 1/3 of cities' residential services every year.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next up is Employee of the Month.
Yes, President Vesser, Commissioners, Suzanne Wells is our Employee of the Month for May of 2023. Suzanne actually is in the IT department, and she has been extremely helpful getting Laserfish access up and running for the auditors. We had them, there was an issue, and it was not an area that she was familiar with, but she took the time to research the issue, work with the vendor until it was resolved. Once the connection was working, she took additional time to work directly with the auditors to make sure it would work for them. Suzanne, at that time, was the only person in the IT department that week and was being pulled in many directions, but she continued to be patient, communicative, and friendly to work with. So congratulations to Suzanne Wells.
I'll make the motion to recognize Suzanne Wells as Employee of the Month for May 2023.
I'll second.
All right, first and second. Any further discussion? Anyone opposed? Motion carries for Suzanne. Thank you, Suzanne. New business, adoption of Juneteenth as a holiday.
Thank you, President Vischer and Commissioners. So, last minute, this year, the state added Juneteenth as an official holiday for the state. So we're required to not conduct any public business. So this is just to approve to officially put it in the personnel policy manual.
I'll make the motion to adopt Juneteenth as a PUC holiday for the 2023 calendar year and in 2024 and beyond in accordance with state law. The personnel policy, well, that's not part of the motion, but I'll stop there.
I'll second that.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Now the memorandum of agreement between PUC and IBW.
Thank you. So this is required to bring a resolution to the commission to approve the memorandum of memorandum of agreement with IBEW to add Juneteenth to their contract for 2022 and 2023.
I'll offer the resolution approving the memorandum of agreement between the Public Utility Commission of the City of New Ulm and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union Number 949, amending Section 9.01 and 9.02, designating Juneteenth as a holiday.
Second.
Okay, do we need to call the roll for this one?
Commissioner Finglin?
Yes.
Commissioner Hillesheim?
Yes.
Commissioner Shaunis?
Yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Yes.
And President Visser.
Yes. Motion carries. Okay. Acronis backup software renewal.
Yes, Acronis is it's basically a software we use for backing up our servers and our data. Previously, we had a one-year term for the software, but we are proposing to elect for a three-year term. By doing so, we would save approximately $2,451. The quote also includes a one-year license for the police department. The reason it's coming before you is because it actually was a budgeted one-year item, so we would like to have you approve the three-year.
And we've been happy with it. Was this new last year?
The Acronis wasn't, that was Arctic Wolf.
Okay. Good motion?
I'll offer the motion to authorize IT staff to accept the quote from Ticotech Inc. for Acronis Cyber Backup Software renewal for a 3-year term in the amount of $7,051.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All opposed? Anyone opposed? All right. Motion carries. Replacement of an air conditioner.
Yes. This is a quote for the replacement of a rooftop air conditioner. Again, this is an emergency repair. It's necessary to protect equipment in the elevator room from the excessive heat, and we're not able to use any outside air to cool the area. We did try to get quotes from multiple vendors. We sent them to 3 vendors. There was only one vendor that would respond, and due to the fact that it's an emergency, we need to get it done. So we are asking that you approve the quote from Gog Sheet Metal.
And we've had significant work done by Gog Sheet in the past, right?
Yes,
They're
yes.
certainly not new to us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very comfortable with the work they do.
Right. I'll authorize the city manager to, or I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to accept and sign the quote from Gog Sheet Metal in the amount of $13,700 for the replacement of a rooftop air conditioner for the elevator room in the power plant.
I'll second that.
We have motion and a second. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Replacement of water main for PUC building.
Yeah, we had a bit of a issue in the administration building. There's a 6-inch water main that goes from the street and comes in and feeds both the administration building and the power plant. There is a leak there. We have made a temporary patch and have been weighing the options of whether to make a permanent patch or whether to replace the 6-inch water main. We've made the decision, hopefully we're requesting that you approve this, to replace the entire section from the part that goes into the building to another section which has already been replaced because there were leaks on that section. This is a very old water main. It's past its useful life, and it just makes more economic sense to replace the entire thing. We did get 2 quotes, and we're asking that you approve the lowest quote from Southern Minnesota High Pressure.
I'll make the motion to authorize city manager to accept and sign quote from Southern Minnesota in the amount of $21,407.54 for the replacement of a 6-inch main water line in the administrative building.
I'll second.
All right, we have motion and a second. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Is there any further discussion?
Seems to me the other quote was significantly higher.
It was, yeah, I think the first one was about 21,000, the second was 37.
Yeah, almost
Yep.
38.
Southern Minnesota has done a lot of work for us as well, so.
All right, next item is funding for gravity sewer and water main project.
This may look similar to something you've seen in the past. We did apply for potential funding through the 2023 legislative session in the bonding bill. We did not make that bonding bill, and so we are now going out to try and hit the 2024 bonding bill. So I need a new resolution that actually says it's for the 2024 session. The total project will be $4.021 million. What the commission is doing is recognizing that half of the project will be funded through the bonding bill, the other half will need to be funded through the PUC City of New Ulm.
I'll make the motion to offer the resolution to request funding for the State of Minnesota Capital Investment Bonding Bill in 2024, in the 2024 legislative session, to complete the gravity sewer and water main project on Front Street and demolition of the Center Street lift station.
I'll second that.
We have motion and a second. I think we need to call the roll.
Commissioner Finland,
Yes.
Commissioner Hillesheim,
Yes.
Commissioner Shaunis,
Yes.
Commissioner Williams.
Yes.
And President Visser.
Yes. Motion carries. Last item is our list of claims.
I'll make the motion to accept the list of claims paid in the amount of $2,701,548. Whoops. $2,701,548.34.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any opposed? Motion carries. And the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.